Hello all, I'm Radhika, working as assistant professor in the Department of Mechatronics Engineering in SMS College of Technology. So in the previous video of mine, we have learned one program which is how to add two numbers. So here we have the next Python program to add two numbers with user input. In the previous video, we learned how to add two numbers, but the input numbers are completely fixed. But here we can get the input values from the user. The user will be typing the input value and then we are going to calculate the sum and we are going to display it. So that is the process of the program which is there here. As I told already, every time when I want to tell the reader, okay, about what I'm going to do, what is the process of the next step, what is the meaning of the next step, that I have to indicate using the symbol called hash. Hash is used to store the input values. So the first step is I'm getting the two values and I'm storing it in the variable. I'm storing it in the variable. So that is the main meaning. So, which is a variable here? Num1 is a variable, num2 is a variable. What are the values? And enter first number, that is going to be your first value. Enter second number, that is going to be the second value. So here, num1 is equal to input. Input is a function where there is a possibility to get the input from the user. So what I have to display, the user has to understand what the system is asking. So the text has to be very clear. Enter the first number with a colon and I have given a space. So the system, the output will be having, the display will be having enter first number with a space. Enter second number with a space. So that will be the text which will be viewed by the user. Add two numbers is the next step. Sum is equal to float of num1 plus float of num2. Why I have given this float? I'm getting the input in the previous step and I'm inserting the word float function here. So what's the main purpose of here? So int means integer. So for example, 2 is an integer, 3 is an integer, 7 is an integer. But float means 3.5, 2.3, or 7.1. Whenever you have a decimal value in the number, that is called as a float. Whenever you don't have a decimal value, then it is called as an integer. So the input which I'm getting from the user can be a float, maybe 5.0 is also a float. Okay. So what I'm doing, even if it is a float, you just add it. That is what I'm telling the system. So this step is totally up to the user. He can give or he can leave this step. So sum is equal to float num1 plus float of num2. Display the sum. As I have told already, print. I have to print the output. Print with a quotation with an open bracket, the sum of. What's the first value which I am getting at num1 will be displayed here. What is the second value which I am getting from the user at position num2? So that will be displayed inside this bracket 1 and the output value bracket will be displayed inside curly bracket of 2. So how I am doing, where from which formula I am doing dot format num1 comma num2 comma sum. So this is one of the method, another method to add two numbers with user giving the input. So all these things, if you become a pro or if you become an expert in Python language, then you can do all these things in a single step. So only one step is there. Actually, I have given print with a capital letter. So that is a typing mistake. So print cannot be given with a capital P. So that change you have to make. Print with a small p, uh, with a quotation with open bracket or a round bracket. The sum is percentage point one of n. Okay, which means, say for example, if I'm giving number one as 3 number 2 as 2. Okay. So the display or the output which I will be getting is 3.0, but which means 0.1 f means zero point 0.1 decimal value. Not means decimal. 0.1 f means zero point 0.1 decimal value. That is how you have to display the user. Percentage float input, enter first number, plus float inputs, enter the second number. So actually in a simple line itself, I'm getting the input in the same place and I'm adding the input and the adding the input and I'm displaying it in the output. So this is the main purpose of this program. So these are like expert level or intermediate level in level for Python programmers. So this also you can try. I hope you will have learned from the video. See you in the next video. Until then, it's a bye bye from Radhika.